Celebrity homes with features you won't believe exist. I forget your typical infinity pools and fancy home theaters. That's practically standard issue for the rich and famous. We're talking about a level of luxury that completely shatters the idea of what a house can be. Can you even imagine having so much space and so much money that your biggest problem is just figuring out what to do with it all? Like, do you build a full-scale water park in your backyard? Or maybe your morning commute is so annoying you just build a private airport complete with a runway long enough for a jumbo jet? These aren't just wild fantasies, they are actual features in the homes of some of the world's biggest celebrities. We're not just looking at mansions, we're peeling back the layers of sanity to show you the most bizarre, over-the-top, and downright unbelievable things hidden inside these estates. From a room used only for wrapping gifts to a swimming pool with its own underwater sound system, these celebrities have totally redefined what it means to be at home. So stick around as we count down the celebrity homes with features you genuinely won't believe exist. You might want to sit down for this. Number 1, Petra Ecclestone's The Manor and its unbelievable amenity. When your dad is a Formula 1 billionaire, your idea of a starter home is probably a little different from ours. For Petra Ecclestone, that meant buying one of the most famous estates in Los Angeles, known simply as The Manor. This place was originally built by TV royalty Aaron and Candy Spelling, and this French chateau-style mansion is bigger than the White House with a staggering 56,500 square feet of living space. But it's not just the size that gets The Manor on our list. It's the absolute audacity of what's inside. Bronk, when the Spellings owned it, the house was famous for some seriously strange rooms. Forget a home office, Candy Spelling had multiple rooms just for wrapping gifts. Let that sink in for a second. An entire room, maybe even more than one, dedicated to paper, ribbons, and bows. But the weirdness didn't stop there. The original house also had a flower cutting room, a humidity-controlled room just for storing silver, and even a room for Candy's huge doll collection. It was a house built on a scale of luxury that's almost hilarious. When Petra Ecclestone snapped up the property for a cool $85 million in cash, she immediately started a massive renovation that took 500 workers to finish. She turned the basement into her own private nightclub and added a full-service spa with a massage parlor, 3 hairstyling stations, and 2 mani-chitty chairs. But one of the manor's most legendary features has to be its basement bowling alley. And we're not talking about some cheap lane you set up yourself. This is a professional 2-lane alley where you never have to worry about putting on rented shoes. With 14 bedrooms and a ridiculous 27 bathrooms, the Manor isn't just a house, it's a private luxury hotel where the only guests are you and your family. It just goes to show you, when you have that much money, you don't just build rooms, you build entire wings for things most people have to leave their house for. Number 2, Celine Dion's private watery paradise. Some celebrities put a little water slide next to their pool. Celine Dion, on the other hand, built an actual water park in her backyard. For years, the iconic singer owned a 5.5-acre compound on Jupiter Island, Florida that felt less like a home and more like your own personal 5-star resort. The main house was incredible on its own with 13 bedrooms and 14 bathrooms, but the real showstopper was the aquatic playground she created. The pool system was so massive it took 500,000 gallons of water just to run it. It had 2 huge swimming pools that were connected by a lazy river winding through the property. And if just floating around wasn't exciting enough, there were also 2 giant water slides and even water cannons for a surprise water fight. It was literally a personal theme park. Can you imagine telling your family you're going to the water park and then just walking out the back door? The whole place was designed by Celine and her late husband Renee Angelil after they bought the land back in 2008. It was their own private paradise. The property also came with over 400 feet of private Atlantic Ocean beachfront, so if you somehow got tired of your own water park, the actual ocean was just a few steps away. After being listed for $72 million, the home and its incredible water features were eventually sold, leaving behind the legend of a celebrity home that truly had it all. It's still one of the most over-the-top water features ever built in a private home, a perfect tribute to a star whose life is as big as her voice. Number 3, John Travolta's airport abode. For most of us, living near an airport sounds like a complete nightmare, but for actor and certified pilot John Travolta, it's the dream. That's because he didn't just buy a house near an airport, he bought a house that is an airport. Located in the exclusive Jumbolair Aviation Estates in Florida, Travolta's home is one of the most unique celebrity properties on the entire planet, built specifically for his love of flying. Jumbolair is a neighborhood built around a private runway, where residents can taxi their planes right up to their front door. And we're not talking about little propeller planes here. The main runway is over 7,500 feet long, big enough to handle a Boeing 707. And that's exactly what Travolta used to park in his driveway, his very own ex-Qantas Boeing 707 airliner. The house itself is a cool mid-century modern design, but its most incredible features are the 2 aircraft hangars that are attached directly to the home. From the outside, the massive covered parking spots for his jets just look like futuristic carports that blend right into the house. Glide setup means Travolta can walk out of his house and be ready for takeoff in minutes. His passion for flying is such a huge part of his life that he literally designed his home around it. This property isn't just a place to live, it's his personal airport terminal. Sure, the estate also has a 16-car garage, a gym, and a pool, but let's be honest, those are just footnotes. The real story here is being able to decide you want to go to Paris for dinner and having your own commercial-sized jet waiting for you right outside your living room window. Travolta is a licensed pilot with thousands of flight hours, and his home is the ultimate expression of that love for the skies. It's not just a house with a cool feature, it's a house that completely redefines the idea of a garage. Number 4. Bill Gates' technological utopia, Xanadu 2.0. When the founder of Microsoft builds a house, you know it's going to be more than just bricks and mortar. Bill Gates' 66,000 square foot estate in Medina, Washington, is basically a monument to futuristic tech and insane comfort. It's nicknamed Xanadu 2.0, a reference to the fictional home in Citizen Kane, and this lakeside compound is less of a house and more of a living, breathing piece of software. One of its most famous features is the high-tech pin that guests get when they arrive. This pin connects you to the house's main computer, so the temperature, lighting, and even the digital art on the walls automatically change to your personal preferences as you move from room to room. Just imagine walking into a room and your favorite song starts playing softly, the lights adjust to how you like them, and the screens on the walls display your favorite paintings. That's just a normal day at Xanadu 2.0, but the tech is just the start. The estate is packed with features that sound like they were pulled straight out of a sci-fi novel. The 60-foot swimming pool is in its own building and has an underwater music system, so you can listen to a playlist while you swim. Maybe even crazier is the 2,500 square foot gym. It doesn't just have weights and treadmills, it has a dedicated trampoline room with a 20-foot high ceiling. Gates himself confirmed this, saying his kids love it for burning off extra energy. And then there's the library. At 2,100 square feet, it's a temple of knowledge with a dome roof, and yes, secret bookcases. Tucked away inside is one of Gates's most prized possessions, the Codex Leicester, a 16th century manuscript by Leonardo da Vinci that he bought for over $30 million. To top it all off, the property even has an artificial stream stocked with fish and a beach with sand that was imported all the way from the Caribbean. With 24 bathrooms and 6 kitchens, Xanadu 2.0 is the ultimate smart home, a place where wild innovation meets unbelievable luxury. Number 5. Beyoncé and Jay-Z's Concrete Kingdom. When you're the undisputed king and queen of the music industry, your castle has to be something else. In 2023, Beyoncé and Jay-Z completely shattered California real estate records when they bought a jaw-dropping Malibu mansion for an insane $200 million. But this isn't your typical celebrity mega mansion. This is a work of art. Designed by the world-famous Japanese architect Tadao Ando, the home is a masterpiece of minimalist, brutalist-style architecture. The 40,000 square foot compound sits on an 8-acre bluff looking out over the Pacific Ocean, and it's made almost entirely out of concrete and glass. Ando is known for using concrete to create these powerful, peaceful spaces, and this home might be his most ambitious one yet. The building itself is an L-shaped marvel, with huge open hallways and glass walls from floor to ceiling that frame the ocean views, making the Pacific feel like it's part of the house. It feels less like a home and more like a private, modern museum, which makes sense, since it was originally built for a major art collector. Here the luxury is all in the design. The property has not one but 2 massive outdoor swimming pools. One photo even shows a unique pool within a pool design, a stunning visual that really plays up the home's connection to water. A huge grassy lawn sits right on the edge of a cliff, giving them one of the most dramatic backyards in the entire world. Inside, the home is just a series of grand open spaces that flow into each other, with the concrete acting as both a structural and artistic element. It took over 7,600 cubic yards of concrete to build this thing. For Beyoncé and Jay-Z, a couple known for their artistic vision, this home is the ultimate statement piece. It's not just a place to live, it's a landmark, a private fortress of solitude and style that is now the most expensive home ever sold in California. From private airports to personal water parks, the world of celebrity real estate is just crazier than you can imagine. These homes are more than just places to live. They are personal kingdoms built to satisfy every possible desire. So we want to hear from you. Which one of these unbelievable home features blew your mind the most? Would you rather have a bowling alley in your basement or a Boeing in your backyard? Let us know down in the comments. And if you had fun checking out this world of extreme luxury, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the lives of the rich and famous. Don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss an update. At the end of the day, these jaw-dropping properties are more than just a way to show off wealth. They're a reflection of personality, of passion, and of the power to turn any fantasy into a concrete reality. Whether it's John Travolta's tribute to his love of flying, Bill Gates' blend of technology and nature, or Celine Dion's family-first water park, each home tells its own unique story. They push the limits of architecture and imagination, proving that for some people, the only limit is how big you can dream. And while most of us can only guess what it's like to live with these kinds of amenities, it's a pretty fascinating look into a world where if you can think of it, you can probably build it. Thanks for watching.